None of that fitted in these prototypes. You had a lot of stuff from the area of Mullaitivu and so on, Buddha statues, also from near Mana, and they were not at all different from other finds in Sri Lanka before the 13th century. So it was a continuum of artifacts that were there. Now, unfortunately, the artifacts that were renamed, the present archaeology department is unaware, at least the persons on the ground. They are also unaware of the 1917 seminal study, which should be the founding document. And I have been asking the person in charge, who is actually a Buddhist monk, non-conversant in either Tamil or English, to look at the real archaeology. And he has not been able to do that. And including in the presentation that was made, he had no access to what was happening in Jaffna University. One gentleman, who is an architect, kept on saying that he had found historical evidence of 7th and 8th century Tamil kings, which was totally surprising, and many in the audience who are historians questioned him. I kept on writing to him and asking him, show me the information. And he has totally failed to give the information, although I have had correspondence with him for the last 3 days. Similarly, there is a gentleman called Jayantha, who is also very unaware of the Jaffna sites, and he has named as an ancient site belonging to Sankili, the ancestral home of a friend of ours, family friend, Sivanandini Doresami, which was constructed in 1890, and naming it as Sankili, the Palace of Sankili. So you have gross distortions from both sides. And I believe the only testimony that is coming out are the finds. The finds stand on their own, and we will publish it in our journal. And I would urge you to look at the finds. I would also urge you, if you have the time, to write to the personnel in the archaeology department. It does not include the Director General, who agrees with me on these points, to get at the false information that was written in the previous 20 years, either in Tamil or in English. I am aware of some of that, especially the stuff written by Peter Schalk in Sweden, and which is important for us, because to recreate the correct history of Sri Lanka, I must emphasize that Sri Lanka is multi-genetic and multicultural. The most multi-genetic out of recent studies on the genomes of Sri Lanka are Sinhalese. Sinhalese have, or those who call themselves Sinhalese, which is a cultural definition. Sinhalese have the largest cultural genetic diversity because they have been the longest, presumably, in the country, and so interbreeding with many of the people who pass through. Jaffna Tamils come much lower. They are very much a total exclusivity, because most of them came with the Dutch in the 19th century. So we have to recreate the past, because the past is being used in a wrong manner. I must apologize that this was a wrong thing that was put up. I had a much neater document, which I started at 4 o'clock in the morning and finished. And if there are, in question time, I will answer any queries that you have. The bottom line is that archaeology is important, history is important, but real history and real archaeology is more important. So, thank you very much.
Thank you. If you could remain there, Ladies and gentlemen, this is a good opportunity for you to question the professor. Do you have any questions? Yes, General. Let me invite General Mahinda Hathurusingha, the Security Forces Commander in Jaffna, to present his question to Dr. Gunathilakara.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. So this archaeological excavations now taking place in Jaffna, especially in the Kandh Road area, and the Professor Sidambalam you referred a while ago, because I know him by accident. I came to know him, and I really went into his history. As you said, formerly he was in the academic council in the University of Jaffna, and now he is aligned with TNA, and now he is now telling all these stories about wrong history which prevailed in those days. And I remember there was an 3-day seminar about 2 months ago in Jaffna Library, which I also was an invitee on the last day, with regard to restoration of Jaffna Fort, which done by the Duchess and in collaboration with our government and archaeology. There also I saw the University of Jaffna, the archaeological department, professors and various people were trying to bring to the notice of others that with the findings of the Kadurugada temple, Kandh Road Day, that it's exclusively Tamil homeland. I think this needs to be corrected and given wide publicity, because this is continuously being brought out in various forums, and maybe this is good for them to consume, for the diaspora and also for others who believe that genocide has been taken place, and probably we will continue to do so. And also, in fact, in curiosity, I asked from one of the professors, not on archaeology but otherwise, I asked him, what is wrong with Jaffna? Why these all wrong stories have been spread? He said, General, in fairness, Tamils in Jaffna, those who carry this old theory, old school thoughts, they always carry the message, and they always obstructed and objected to what the South offered, whether it is good or bad or ugly. How good it was, still they objected, and even today the remnants of those people are working in Jaffna, and they are working very fast, because of course they are in limited number now. The academics, of course others are there with the ideology in their own sense. I think so, but I feel this must be brought to the notice of international arena, because these things are taken mostly at high-level conferences, UNESCO, all over the world. So when people with those caliber, when they go and talk to the world, and it carries a wrong message. And says, I have a small question. We have a debate in Jaffna, in Kadurugada temple, Kandh Road Day archaeological site, whether it is a temple or an archaeological site. Can we throw some light on that, sir? Because we have a running problem there. Thank you, sir.
I think I guess the running problem. There's an unauthorized temple there, which should be removed.
And it was removed, sir.
No, which should be removed. Which should have been removed immediately.
Absolutely, sir. This was the problem.
It should not have been allowed there. I can well remember when I was, I used to get for 10 cents coins there, a long time ago. And still those people remember me when I go there. And after the rains, a lot of coins would come. The current excavation is not there. The current excavation is a bit there. And the current excavation is a very stratified site. There are no exclusively Tamil stuff till the 13th century when you get some coins. Now, my friend's coin collection, Ponnambalam's coin collection, was almost, including mine, up to about the 14th century, totally with the rest of Sri Lanka. In Vallipuram, since I was an engineer, workers used to say there was this crazy young engineer who's collecting this stuff. One day he came with a pot of Sahasmalla Lilavati coins, circa 12th century, 100 coins which he had found in Vallipuram. Now, all those sites that are there, the modern temple in Vallipuram and all recent structures, if you just go beyond Vallipuram, you'll see the foundations of the earlier structures. As you know, in Vallipuram, there was this, the plaque found. But you have hit an important question. It is not the international arena. It is the local arena. Now, I donated to the public library all the past issues of our journal, which is the oldest journal in Sri Lanka, from 1845. And we have sent an open invitation for those people to come and discuss. They do not. And especially Pushparatnam. And there is this other guy who is in Maldives and who, as you know, Maldivian language is Sinhala derived. Now, they are making a different construction. And my Maldivian friends used to tell me that they are suspicious of his other activities. You may have heard of Kotisiva, who lives in an island in Maldives. So there are various links which now I on my own have written to your Governor Chandrasiri. I don't think he's here. I met him and said, please get all the publications that are there, whether in Tamil or in English. If you do that, we can put it in thing. And there's an open invitation for Jaffna academics. But the worst thing is not the Jaffna academics, but that Padbiri Hamduro, who is totally clueless. His assistant Jayanta, I went around and showed him all the sites that I knew. And then he said, he goes on a motorbike, sir, you tell me to go and do these things, I will get shot by a tiger. I said, the tigers are not there. Why are you frightened? I came here under tiger occupation. That man should be immediately removed. And in the museum, I questioned the keepers and asked, now this was our property, our society property, which are renamed. They said, yes. Now tell me, the guy was 54 or 55. Now you're about to retire. Do you want to maintain your job? Tell me who changed it. He said, Balakrishna. So, and that's in front of archaeology people. So a lot of these people, you can take disciplinary action. We can take academic action if, sir, when you go back, you get the information, we'll get it translated, and we will do the needful. So the main thing is that get the Patbiri Hamduro to go and do his real work. He's totally clueless. He had no knowledge of earlier excavations. I had to go and give him the earlier reports.
I think, sir, we will make him out of bound, Jaffna.
Right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, I must deeply apologize, Rohan. In Hari we uploaded a wrong thing. I had a lot of pictures and so on.
Thank you very much.